my god, I forgot they put the fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson into the Fortnite lore again. Oh, I'm not tabbed in. Fuck. I probably need to be tabbed into the game to actually play it. Imagine that. I gotta do my commissions. I should really start doing my commissions before I go live.
On me.
But also, like, I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And tired of hearing the same song 1,000 times. Like, why does Sumeru only have one song, I swear to God? Like, it's a bop. Or, well, okay, can you call a slow song a bop? But, like, they have, like, the same one leitmotif for the entirety of the fucking nation. And I heard it enough in the story.
A worthy adversary.
He's gonna die.
Laid bare. This is where you fall.
I don't understand why Varka has such bad defense. Probably because I'm not playing with... Well, okay, Flynn's has the same equal bad defense, so I might just have a skill issue. But it's like, I swear, he dies in 4 hits.
Try to keep up.
Maybe 3 on a bad day. And I do play him with a healer, Bennett. It just doesn't feel like it's enough. Because, like, I still, like, super risk him dying most of the time, unless I'm not, like, actively fucking counting iframes while dodging. Love the character, though. He's very fun to play. Onslaught was very enjoyable with him, aside from the fact that the boss took 75 minutes of tweaking builds to get it right. Genshin's a great game. Ouch. I coughed, and then I choked. That was great. I don't know how to commentate Genshin. I think that's like the main reason I shan't dare stream it. I don't know how to commentate Genshin. Like, just doing the story is easy, because it's a reading simulator, with occasional little rips and banter, which I'm already decent at, I think. But, like, just playing Genshin, I wouldn't be good at, because I don't know how to, like... It'd be the same thing as Uma Musume, I think, where I wouldn't really be, like, commentating. I'd kind of just be, like, talking about my shit and dropping, like, my nerd-ass knowledge. Which I have already done multiple times in these Genshin streams. Just, like, walking around before and after the chapter. Oh, hi, Half-Said. See, that's funny, because early game gives you a lot if you actually play it correctly. Because, like, I started, like, a year or two... Actually, no, it was, like, 2 years ago now. When was I in Scotland?
Try to keep up.
It was whenever that was. I started a Europe account, because I wanted an alt to test something. And then, I played it a little bit, got to, like, level 17, I think. And, like, it does give you a good amount of stuff. You just gotta actually, like, do the story. And like, go explore. Time is insanely evil. Yeah, you definitely gotta work for it at the start, but it's not as hard as working for it late game. Like, for example, I have all of Mondstadt completed, I have all of Liyue completed, I have all of Inazuma completed, I have all of Fontaine completed, I have all of Natlan completed, including Easy Breeze. I have currently all of Nordcry completed. And I just, like... It's so hard for me to get primos nowadays without, like, considering swiping. Which I haven't done in... I'm officially clean for a year now, without spending money on Genshin. But yeah, I was doing really good saving for Varka, because I had, like, a couple versions to just do nothing. And then I lost my 50-50 and he ran me completely dry. Now I'm, like,
Thank you for completing
probably hard saving until Alice, I think, comes out, because I think Alice is really cool. I do really want the pink-haired red outfit woman. I forgot her name, but she's coming out very soon. For a very big inside joke with Dotori, but I don't think I'll be able to get her, unfortunately. Okay, so the thing about early game team building is, as long as you're following reactions, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's, like, coherent. 'Cause, like... Let's see, do I have an empty team somewhere? Yeah. Like, let's say you start with your team, you have your Animo Traveler, you have your Amber, you have your Kai, you have your Lisa. Once you get... I hate saying this. Once you get Barbara, you're open to possibilities of, like, a lot more expansion on your comps. You could play Vapo, you could play Freeze, you could play not Lunar, Electrocharge. I think Vapo might be the best out of those. And then you keep rolling, you get a few more characters. 4 stars are good if you play them correctly. Just the biggest, hardest part about it is, like, actually learning how to play the characters correctly. Only when you get to, like, super late game and you're going against, like, the Stygian Onslaughts and the Spiral Abysses is when you're kind of forced to get the meta characters. I mean, it's gotten to a point where even Farina isn't, like, one of the best characters in the game anymore. It's all about, like, Flynn's, Columbina, and Nefer at this point. But you are still in a point where you have a lot of creative freedom. As long as you're happy with your comp, you're still basically winning. And also, you gotta, like... See, the hard part about early game is artifacts. Because your characters will be objectively weak when you're lower level, because you don't really have artifact domains. It's harder to, like, get artifacts in general. I would say don't worry about that till you're about, like, AR 40. Because that's when you start to get a little more freedom in unlocking them. Just kind of try to focus on talents, weapons, and character level. Obviously weapon level as well. And then find a good reaction that, like, sets with you. Like, for example, for the longest time, I used Burning. My first ever, like, true comp that I used for the longest time was... It was Zhongli, because he's my favorite character. The reason I started... That's great. The reason I started playing the game. And... he's a good shielder. Then I had, I think, Yoimiya, because she was my first ever 5-star that I got. Then I had Heizo, because I thought he was cute. Still think he is. And then someone else I forgot. But then I got Alhaitham, like, very shortly after. And I started playing a Burning comp, because I thought Burning was really funny. and Alhaitham could basically just, like, kamikaze into people because he wouldn't take the collateral burn damage. I hope it does. It's a very slow start, the gameplay, but as long as you can, like, settle into the story, because at the end of the day, Genshin is a story game with, like, everlasting gameplay. If you can settle into the story and just mainly try to enjoy that, it won't be as bad. I'm hoping to try to get used to the combat. So excited for Luna 3. But yeah, people always, like, and this was the funny thing, people used to fucking roast me for my comps, and I had, like, really bad builds on my characters when I was, like, newer to the game. Like, so bad, I think it would take me, like, genuinely 10 minutes on world level 9 to kill, like, this boss, probably. Like, that's how bad they were. But, I was having fun, so I didn't really care. And then the more I played myself without any, like, exterior, like, fucking chime in from the fandom, the more fun I had just playing the game. And then once I started to try to lock in as hard as I could, I started looking for, like, the best characters, fucking, like, pulling and building to perfection. He's not even perfect, actually. I need to fix... Okay, well, one, I should have, like... if I wanted to make Flynn's perfect, one, I needed Inefa, two, I needed his signature, which I don't have either. But I still find my Lunar Charge comp fun. In fact, I rolled Flynn's, like, one of the best characters in the entire game right now, because I thought he was cool. I love his design. I'm a huge sucker for lanterns for some reason. And I think it's cool. That's it.
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity.
To be fair, Mondstadt was
cruelty of the few
jeez, 5.5 years ago now. It was a really fun and charming start to the game, and there was a lot of unique character design in the characters. But I will agree, it was definitely not as strong as Fontaine or Natlin, for example. So far, Nodcry is a slow burn, but I am enjoying it so far. Just, I will say, this one sucked. I'm not trying to scare you off, I'm not trying to swindle your opinion before you even get here. This story was so long, and, like, almost nothing happened. Good luck. Like, I have personal bias because I basically live in Mondstadt. I love Mondstadt. I think the story was cool. I still think back on it often. Liyue was... I don't remember much about Liyue, but I think it was cool. A lot of people hate Inazuma for some reason, but I personally thought it was awesome. Sumeru was awful. Fontaine was great. Like, Fontaine still traumatizes people to this day. Natlin was impeccable. And then, so far, Nodcry's good. Yeah, and like, I do like that they've, like, gotten a lot more crazy with the ideas as of late. I just wish they would, like, you know, maybe backpedal on the character design a little bit. That's, like, my one big gripe. Like, I like clothed characters. I'm not the biggest fan of, like, Lauma character designs, for example. I think out of every nation... Yeah, I think out of every nation, my favorite character designs are definitely Mondstadt. Because they were all, like, so unique. Ugh, garbage. So charming, so cool. They had a theme going that they somewhat kept, and they had their, like, unique characters here and there splotched. Liyue did that well, especially like branching off into the major uniqueness. Shut up. Especially since there wasn't like a whole like true theme going. Inazuma was great, but they were starting to get a little bold. I think Ayato and Ayaka are like peak character designs though. Samara's when they got a little interesting with it. Fontaine was peak, like all the way through. Natlin, they were getting super risque with it. And, what's it called? Nodcry's good. They just have their occasional, you know, character here and there. The Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. I hate that meme, but at least it taught me how to pronounce it consistently. I do think where Genshin started to go wrong, and I saw like an Instagram mini essay on this recently, and it did actually open my eyes. I think Natlin was like the peak of character mechanic design, because they like added a lot of really cool movement, like Kanich, Sitlali, Mawika, Mualani, for example. But they like added on to that so hard that they made a whole new mechanic specifically for Natlin characters, and specific enemies that only die comfortably to these Natlin characters. So you felt obligated to roll for these Natlin characters to actually like play the post-game modes. And like I didn't have a problem with this because I absolutely where the fuck is he? I absolutely adore Kenichi's design, almost everything about him, and I was not like complaining about having to roll for him. I got Mawika because she was cool and I wanted the Archon. Who else do I have? Who else Natlins do I have? Do I have anyone else from Natlin? I don't have anyone else from Natlin. I literally only got Mawika and Kanich. That's crazy. Not counting the 4 stars, by the way. Auroron is great. I love him for my Lunar Charge team. But he can't hold his own. Kachina, I've never played. Like, so I have no say on her. That's so funny. I've always been a Burning guy, I swear to God. Aoife I've never touched, but I've heard he can be good. Yansan, I think, has to pair with Veressa. So I don't really know. And then Nodcry came out. Nodcry, I think, as much as I love it, kind of ruined the game in terms of post-game modes. yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable saying that. I think Nodcry ruined Genshin gameplay. Because now you have all these bosses that, like you can literally only beat with Lunar. Like, all these normal enemies, all these bosses that you can only beat with Lunar. And then to beat them comfortably with Lunar, you need... Where is she? You need this character to give you, like, 1,000 times more DPS or some shit. And then you also want this character for one reaction, who, guess what? Gets a 30% damage buff with this character. Or this character, who's like the strongest DPS in the entire game now, who needs to pair with this character, I think. Let me actually check. I'm not entirely sure on that. I don't know. I'd assume she needs to pair with this character because Lunar Bloom. And then both these two and these two now need to pair with her to get even more damage. And then they introduced Jibai, who I haven't built yet, but needs to pair with Ilua, who also need to pair with Columbina. Are you noticing a trend? No matter what you do, you need 2 different characters, and thank God Ilua's a 4-star. Or else I would never have gotten him. You need 2 characters already for one of the reactions that you need to pair with the quote-unquote Archon of Nodcry. Yeah, it's either Gamba or you don't get to play the game, basically. And I am very insanely fortunate that Dotori decided to roll for Columbina, or else we wouldn't be able to do, like, half of the shit we can do in this game. Because I can hold my own sometimes in Abyss. I just can't usually do floor 12. I've only ever beaten floor 12, like, once ever with 36-star. But something like this, for example, like, where's a good one? Can I see the bosses from the past? Yes, I can. Not in co-op, I can't. Never mind. What was it? This boss we would have never beaten if Dotori didn't have both Lauma and Columbina. I think this one was the same because we also used Lunar Bloom on it. Was it this one or this one that we... Was Columbina even out at this point? Because I know we struggled on it. I think it was this one that we struggled on. But yeah, no, it's like these bosses. And by the way, this side mode has 6 difficulty levels. Menacing is level 4. We struggle with level 4 difficulty and can only, like... We can beat it, it's still very tight. Because we're not fucking, like, C6, R5 wailing our characters. Level 10 talenting, getting, like, the perfect comps and getting perfect rotations. I mean, we're having fun at level 4, because it's still challenging. And we do get the shit done at the end of the day. Where'd my meat go? But it's not, like, the most fun thing, either. Also, notice how his lantern goes red when he's in combat. I miss burning. That's my thing. And I am very glad it is coming back, technically. Because when they dropped Durin, which I'm sure if you, like... Because I know you watch Nebby's streams, she's probably rambled about him like crazy. He actually buffs burning a little bit. So I was able to start playing it again a bit in Abyss. But now, you gotta play Swirl. You gotta play fucking Swirl with Varka, which everyone hates, by the way, because he's quote-unquote bad DPS. He's fine. They're fucking haters. So I just don't get to play Burning anymore, because Durin is better to buff Varka. And I'm just like, ugh. The power creeping, man. Also, I'd like to point out, I was very proud of this name for the Pyro Swirl team. Because it's Anemo, Wind, Air, and Pyro, Fire. Got my tie. Yo, purple hair. W. That's awesome, dude. I love my fucking team names. A Consensual Arson for burning. I have the last course from my Escoffier team, because she's a chef, and like, so like there's courses in a meal, and then if it's the enemy's last course, that implies that they're gonna die. There's toaster bath for lunar charge because it's water and electricity. Don't worry about that one. Hashire for the Jibai-centered lunar crystallized team because I'm in a very Uma Musume time of my life, and her whole design revolves around, or her whole Adeptus design revolves around horses. I think that's it, yeah. That's all my teams right now. Anyways, I was supposed to play Luna. Hahaha, I forgot about that one. I'm just rambling about Genshin, man. It's too fun. It's been a week, and I haven't passed 2 days in-game. What? Paimon, you got anything to say to me? No. How far away can I get from Nasha Town? The Divisive Intent. That's such a fucking hard name. I think I just named mine Mementos or some shit. My Switch 1, I think, was Astral Express. Could be wrong about that. And then I named the Switch 2 Mementos. Let me double check that logic, because now I'm doubting myself. Hang on. Oh my god, I forgot I had Pokopia open. Pokopia is insane, by the way. If you like Animal Crossing and like somewhat enjoy Pokemon, Pokopia is peak. Yeah, it's Mementos. I've genuinely only had this game for like, as of tomorrow, 2 weeks, and I already have nearly 40 hours on it. That's so fair. And like, I've brought that up a lot when I talk about the Switch 2, because like, I feel like at release, obviously, it wasn't worth it because there was too few games that were like truly like true cops for the Switch 2. Like what they released with Mario Kart World, then they added DK, and then basically everything else that came at release was like a version of a game or like something that was already on a different platform. And then like it started dropping the like, fuck, what was it? It was like the, what else have they dropped? I forget. But yeah, they're slowly dropping new games that are like really cool. And around now that Pokopia is out, I would say the Switch 2's like basically worth it. But I know a lot of people that are, yeah, waiting for Splatoon Raiders. By the way, Mario Kart World, in my personal opinion, as a Mario Kart 8 sweat, is so fucking bad. I hate Mario Kart World.
It's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to?
I forgot about Rarer.
If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Hello, you must be the traveler in Paimon?
Also, yeah, new Paimon VA. Good luck waiting for, like, Nodcry to hear that one.
Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack
Prime,
over at the quarry.
thank you.
He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out a plan.
Prime 4, I really want to play. Age of Imprisonment, that was another one I really want to play. Kirby Air Riders, I thought I wanted to play, and then I never, like, really had a true thought of buying it. And then I got spoiled that apparently Nova is, like, in it, in the story mode, and I was like, damn. Nope, not worth it anymore. But I have mostly avoided Age of Imprisonment spoilers. As someone who, very controversially, I know, will die on the hill that Age of Calamity is the best Switch original Zelda game, I'm so fucking hyped for Age of Imprisonment. I just don't think I'll buy it. I might have my friend lend it to me one day. Prime 4 is a generic shooter and not... Are the other Prime games Metroidvanias, or are they generic shooters? Because I know the other Prime game... I haven't played any of the other Prime games. This is my first time hearing that complaint about Prime 4.
The Wild Hunt? Oh,
Preferably spoiler-free explanations if you can.
Right away! Come on, let's go!
A nation that doesn't exist. Ooh, are we gonna get rarer lore? Interesting. This is an interesting cut. Yeah, I wonder who could have done this. Meet up with Flynn's? Got it. Oh hey, the whole gang's here.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
Oh, I guess he was
As
already
if the
here.
power
Huh?
of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here?
Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
I do want to play all of the primes eventually, though, because I have a new Wii that I need to set up on my setup eventually. So I do want to play Wii games. I did buy Smash Brawl, so I do want to play Subspace on stream eventually. And I do want to try to find, without modding, the Prime games in person. Prime 4 is not a Prime game, this sucks. Yeah, they, like, thought the old one was so bad and they just reset. That's actually hilarious that they thought the old one was so bad, they fully started from scratch and then everyone hated it.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of Wild Hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rarir did this.
I also don't have really much to base my, like, I know Prime is completely different from basic Metroid games, but the only 3 games I've played of Metroid are Dread, Other M on the Wii, which apparently everyone hated, and Metroid Fusion on the GBA, I think it was called. Those are, like, my only things to base Metroid off of. And then if we're gonna count Metroidvanias as a whole, I guess I've played Hollow Knight and Shitsong, but I don't really count those. Super Metroid is that good, huh?
Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like
I do
this.
want to have the like
Kuvaki
energy
Lost
to
has
play
reached
more
critical
Metroid
levels.
games.
Reiki of Solnari set to maximum threat level.
I kind of don't.
Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Dude, I tried to like sit down with my DS and 2DS XL, the Pokeball one. And I tried to like replay Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, one of my favorite games of all time. And I just couldn't. I just didn't really have the energy for it. I don't know what it is. I just don't like find it easy to replay games because I already know what's going to happen. I've already done it before.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body?
Speedrunning is different though, because like obviously like that doesn't get as like tiring because you're like I don't know how to explain the difference of fucking of speedrunning and replaying a game casually. Obviously, I guess I'm trying to enjoy one of them. Other M's most similar game to Prime 4. Oh, that's why it was so easy for me then, because it was fucking easy Metroid game. Got it. Yeah, I still actually struggled with Other M a little bit, with a few puzzles that I had to look up. I think the main problem being I didn't play in like the darkness, so I couldn't even see half of the shit basically. But I remember thinking it was cool. Isn't that like one of the earliest, if not like the earliest game in the timeline? Could be wrong.
There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Notcry, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
Other M happens
If
after
he has such
Super
overwhelming
Metroid.
strength, why
What
would
is
he
the first,
suddenly go
then?
into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force.
I
No
just kind of
point staying in the
assumed that
shadows.
Other M was first because that's like the game where Adam dies or some shit.
Unless something
Wasn't
went
that his name?
wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
Actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly.
Probably just trying to destroy
and we
Notcry.
wouldn't even know where to begin looking.
Honestly, shit. His
Even
whole
Boss
thing
hadn't
could
heard
probably
of the
be trying to
Rahir
like.
of Solnari before all this.
He could be doing like a. What's like a good example? Cyrus from Pokemon, maybe? Trying to destroy the world and create a new one for like his perfection. Or like he could be trying to like bring back his fucking his old nation where he's from or something. I don't know. He doesn't seem Nodcray. Not Nodcray, sorry, Conria.
I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. And if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look.
Makes sense to
Last
me.
time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone...
When does the doctor come into this?
Paimon's head hurts just thinking
That's
about
what I
it.
want to know.
What are we supposed to do against a threat this big?
God, I'm so genuinely upset that I've been spoiled so much on Nodcry story.
Well, I do
Like,
have a little
seeing
hunch
the
about his next
Doctor's
move.
boss,
Given that he attacked the quarry,
arena,
I'd
and
say it's likely
design
he'll target other
isn't
places
that
rich in
bad.
Kuvaki.
Because, like, obviously that was inevitable since I watch a little bit of Genshin. But I've just heard, like, every single spoiler known to man on, like, Hoyo Lab of all places. When I'm trying to do my daily check-in, speaking of, I'll just, like, fucking open it up and see, oh, hey, this character's dead. Like, what the fuck, man? I'll also see borderline porn on Hoyo Lab as well, but don't worry about that. Metroid Zero, Mission, Prime 1, Prime 2, Samus Returns, Super Metroid being a direct sequel. Okay, interesting.
Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we just sit back and let him keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him.
Cause yeah, I've always been like a casual like observer of Metroid. Like I've known its existence. I've played a couple of the games. I thought they were cool. Dread was really awesome. I think they should make more games like Dread. Like Nintendo can do horror if they really want to. They just like actually have to do it. Cuz I think the Emmy bots were a good like the Emmy bots low-key kind of remind me of Demogorgons, if I can make that comparison. And that's a good like thriller kind of enemy. They got to make a full game about like just a horror crawler again. Like, imagine a Nintendo clone of Little Nightmares or something.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Dude, it's so funny seeing Flynn's and Inefa like talk to each other in character after I've seen them on Instagram just be absolute goobers with each other.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Nah, they'll be fine.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here.
I love that the child's
we
most
do run
logical
into
one about
River?
how bad of an idea splitting up is.
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the
There's
wind.
a third rule?
Didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup.
You're my backup.
Agreed.
Oh my god, I
If
want to
anyone
build
finds
Yehoda.
so much as a
That'd be
trace
so
of
fun.
Rarir,
It wouldn't be,
do
actually.
not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Inefa, let's go.
Half of Nodcry is like the worst building experience you could ever have. I swear. Half of the characters are DPS with pretty similar builds. I mean, you give them crit, little bit of energy, little bit of EM, a lot of attack. And then the other half is like this. Give them like all EM, literally all EM, and a tiny bit of energy. And I already did that once for Ino, and I took a few shortcuts because it was pissing me off. And then you gotta do that as well for Ilua, because he's a support. You have to do it for Lauma, because she's a support. You have to do it. I'm assuming you have to do it for Yehoda because she's Animo support, so she's like all EM, ER. And I think Columbina plays like a mix. It's bonkers. Nodcry is evil. Why is Hazo here? Oh, wait. While I'm thinking about it. Half said, have you unlocked Reputation in the game yet? In Genshin? Is Columbina not in? Oh, hi.
Looking for me?
Yeah. Oh my god, paragraph alert. Part 3 happens after the spin-off called Hunters, due to introducing character for later fusion happens. Interesting. Metroid Lorga is fucking crazy.
After sensing your arrival, because you had
I don't think this is part of the story, so I'm skipping it.
only sought
So
the
you
path
know
the
how,
moon
like,
goddess
it takes
to
you a
take
couple
walks,
weeks of doing Reputation to
watch the
get a
moon,
nation's glider,
sometimes
right?
Sing. No, because...
And you get, like, a couple rewards along the way as
and
well.
there was another reason.
Like the treasure compass,
So?
some fucking, like a name card.
Get along? She often showed up.
And
I
like
too
at
would
worst
eventually.
like case scenario, it takes
resorted to
like
using
5,
proof of-
maybe 6
Yeah.
weeks depending
What
on how much
else?
you do, if you do all the quests or not.
I obliged him a few times, but yes, Harlequino and Sen.
Wait, Arlecchino? Hang on, wait, is this Fatui lore? Hang on. Ugh, no.
Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me. It's important to always express
Ew.
gratitude to others.
Ew, you mean that dead bitch?
So, thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today.
Oh wait, that's spoilers. Oops.
Whoa, that was sudden.
You didn't hear that, half said. Ignore
Yeah,
that.
guess you're right. Well, let's not bother her then.
Metroid has a backstory manga? What? Reference Infusion and Drag. Ooh.
It's just like a seesaw. If you take something from this side and don't put anything on the other, the seesaw will tip over.
Yeah, so unlike Reputation in other nations, and they changed the way it works in Natlin, made it, like, semi-easier, but also still annoying. Guess how long it takes to get the Nodcry glider in comparison to the others? Just kidding, you'll never get it right. It takes fucking 18 weeks. You get one of these quests every week for 6 weeks. Then you start the second one and get 6 more across 6 weeks. And then you get 6 more for 6 weeks. And then you finally get the glider. 18 weeks! Half of a year! Everyone who did Luna 2 which is where the second part of the Nodcry story, where you unlock it, only got the glider, like, a month ago. I did Luna 2 last week. I'm getting the fucking glider in, like, October. I might have done my math wrong. I know! And it's so pretty, too. This would pair well with genuinely so many characters I have. As, like, a good, like, color contrast. Like, I'm thinking I could put it on Flynn's for color contrast. Because it got the purple, it's got the gold to accent the silver, and it's got the white to accent the black. I think it'd be nice on Skirk. Because it is just her color palette. Who else would it go well on? Just those two are the first ones I can think of. I might do it for, like... I'm thinking, like, if I ever, like, actually rolled more Fatui, which I probably wouldn't. Because I think the only one I have is Arlecchino. I would maybe, like, put it on them as, like, the Fatui glider till we get a Fatui glider. Because Columbina, Damselet was Fatui at once, but this doesn't really look great on Arlecchino. And I still prefer the Dragon Spine wings. I've had thoughts of playing her on the McDonald's one, though. And yeah, imagine, like, being one of the people who just, like, missed out on a couple weeks of Columbina quests because, like, they just, like, couldn't play or were busy. So they're just, like, getting delayed even further on the insanely delayed. Why are his eyebrows so light blue compared to his dark hair?
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost.
He kind of is.
It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
I would also like to face him head on.
You guys didn't find anything
Unfortunately,
either?
I don't think he's an actual boss, because that's what Doctor is.
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flint?
I do wonder how we take him down, if at all.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target?
Also, who's Chozo
idea.
in, or what's Chozo
Since regaining his
in
body,
Metroid?
he seems to have lost
That's not a
all
name I
interest in the
recognize.
fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that Ino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one!
You're not built. Please don't do that.
Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it! I swear!
No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kuthar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
Oh!
Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutan out of here!
On it.
Lunar Quicken. Paimon, what are you doing? Get out of there.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge
Paimon,
into
leave.
darkness. Felindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
I mean, at least he's being respectful with Trauma. Dodge to the side! Ah, she's hit. Paimon, fucking move! Oh shit.
Find them, even if it means turning this place to ashes.
It's not my favorite cutscene, but it's high up there. Shows over the bird people. Okay.
That was too close.
We barely made it out of there alive.
Wasn't that weird bird
What's that
guy in
guy's
Dread
deal?
like
How'd he get
Samus's
so
dad or some
crazy
shit?
strong?
What was that about? I don't really remember much from Dread because didn't it come out in like 2021 actually. Hang on. No way it was that long ago. October 8th, 2021. And I think I got it that Christmas. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. It's bonkers. Why'd I keep sounding like Genshin? I mean... Okay. Okay, so, okay. Okay. You're right. I will say, though, there is a lot of cool details in Genshin. Not in, like, the cutscenes as much. I'm talking more like the characters, like, fighting styles when you play as them. Because there's a lot of characters that you can, like, tell aren't trained in their weapon and kind of just wave it around willy-nilly. And then there's a lot of characters that know how to use their weapon and, like, clearly are, like, very cool with it. Like, for example, Clorind or Skirk are, like, very well trained with their swords. And then there's characters like... Well, I guess Child is a good example, because he doesn't really, like, use a bow well, because it's not his main weapon, and he switches, like, halfway through his kit.
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even
Genshin
be
goes
measured
hard.
by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
Don't worry about
We
it.
weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see
I'm just
how
more
it all
surprised
started.
Paimon
It
is
all
so dumb and
escalated
gets
so
away with
quickly.
it.
We had no choice but to step in.
Kutar,
Like, as much as
can
shit
you
has
shed
happened to
any light
me,
on the situation?
I don't think a single thing literally ever, could be forgetting, has happened to Paimon. I swear she's the camera person.
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
Good job, I know.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me.
Oh, that's weird. Wait, I gotta reread it. Wait, I understood it, but I have to reread it because I'm so confused. That's so weird.
Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot
Metroid
say.
confuses me. The lore
But
goes
since he
crazy
hunts
for
the power
Metroid,
of
it
the
just
moon,
confuses me.
It's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking
Honestly,
revenge.
if Aino like put a camera in Nefa's like body, it wouldn't surprise me.
It is also possible that
Like,
he
she can
covets the
fucking,
Kavaki
like,
inside you
make
and seeks to take it for
crepes
his own. The
just
list
out of
goes
nowhere.
on. But right now,
Hopefully
devising
not
a counter strategy should be our number one
like
priority.
Baby from Sister
The likelihood
Location,
of this location
but
being discovered is close
she
to
can just generate
100%.
food.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this.
I love Yehodas.
Surely our only option is to run. He's
Whole
not gonna chase us
gimmick.
to the end of the world,
She's so goofy.
right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat
Honestly,
in battle.
Columbina, if you rotate
Well,
out
I mean,
mid-battle, we can
yeah,
destroy him,
but
you
still.
and Flins. You,
It's
Flins,
not too
and
late.
Inefa
I
can
distract
fucking
him,
nuke him.
so you have
Trust
plenty
me.
of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma?
Dude, she loves analogies.
The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together.
That's the whole plot of of most of the games.
Besides,
Damn.
she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say,
Metroid might have
that we're
worse filler
friends,
than One Piece now
and
that I think
friends
about
look out
it.
for one another.
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too.
Lama hates her people.
But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now.
I think I know what Mother Brain is, kind of. Isn't that the 1 assist trophy?
Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again.
Gotcha.
Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the Eternal Moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow.
I remember there was like
If only we
one
could
secret
find
boss fight that I didn't end up doing that was, I think, lore relevant.
It's the Wild Hunt!
I forgot what it's called
Even
though.
faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
Do I get rentals or can I use
See
my
how
own
those
characters?
wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
No, I want to fight. Oh! Okay, even the characters that I own are trials. That's unfortunate.
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Let's see how much he does. Let me look at his ratio. Oh, never mind. He has signature. Okay, he has a much better ratio than mine. Never mind.
We need to pick up the pace.
He's still hitting 226k though, which is bonkers.
Can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape. This goes on much longer.
220, 288k. 270k. 215.
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
Observe. Night falls. Be silent.
40.
Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes. To dust.
Defensive
You see what I mean though, right? Like, I'm sure if I wasn't using Inepha, he'd like barely be reaching 200k. Like, probably even with Ascended Flame.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust up.
Be silent. Night falls.
Varka! Why is he using Gravestone?
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Who are you?
Oh, you know exactly
Uncle
who he is.
Varka! You're back from
Uncle!
Amspartnir? Whoa!
You're well acquainted.
You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one.
Yeah, the bar.
Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Drunk bastard. Not the bar.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network. AKA, the black market of intel.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation.
Oh, you say that's the opening.
As an
cutscene.
expeditionary
My bad,
force
I
on
just
foreign
missed that
soil,
message.
working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure.
I might replay it again
Anyway,
someday.
where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met.
Brother, I have heard thousands of stories from my hometown. Dude, Gene, nothing but praise. Smiley face.
Allow
totally.
me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
I just thought of the most banger name if I ever made a cryo swirl team for Varka. So like Aurora Borealis, right? Because he's, as he says, the Knight of Boreas, Aurora Boreas. It's insane. It goes so hard. I know, right? Like, dude, I've had Flynn since he came out. I've had Nefer since she came out. Let's see. Who else did I have? I had Alhaitham, like, when I was still in Liyue. Like, it's so much funnier when you start the game, and you're, like, not caught up, and you have these, like, character reruns. You're like, ooh, I want this one, because he looks cool. And then you, like, meet the character in, like, 2 months.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet.
How old are you?
Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir
Also, I'd like
without a
to
wink
say,
of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Varka's the only human here. And he's like 6'6" or some shit. In the entire room, well, maybe Yehoda. Unless we count her as, like, part robot, because she has a robot arm.
Another?
But, like,
you mean
not
you
counting
fought him
Yehoda,
before?
because she has a robot arm.
Yep.
Different.
He wasn't
I
nearly
know
as
as
strong
well,
back then,
'cause
but he
she's a
was
child,
still a
doesn't count.
formidable foe.
Varka's, like, the
I
only,
brought
like,
some of the
true
knights
human
along to
here.
give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew
God, I
it might
love
have been
his
our
design,
last
though.
chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being
I wish I had a
ambushed by the
signature
Wild
weapon.
Hunt.
I'm
The
super
rest,
handicapped with
you
Varka
already
with
know.
Oh my god, I need to show you his signature weapon.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why has the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Okay. You need to check this shit out. Varka's signature weapon increases his attack speed by 10%, just to start off. Every time he hits with his normal attack or skill, he gets a stack of extra damage buff for a couple seconds. If you give him his, like, character buff, which is, like, locked behind, like, a 5-minute side quest, each stack of this attack buff gives him 7.5 crit damage for that same amount of time. And it's a crit rate weapon. So he's, like, you can easily get him, like, 80 crit rate and, like, 250, I'm thinking, maybe, crit damage if you get good rolls and shove attack in there as well. This is, like, objectively, like, the most broken weapon probably in the entire game. Like, aside from the Hexenzirkel buff, like, this can go on, like, probably every Claymore and be, like, their best weapon in the entire game. Probably. Aside from very specific scenarios like Mawika's Night Soul. I could not get this weapon, very unfortunately. So I have to use this weapon, which gives him a little bit of an attack buff while he's healing, which works because I play him with Bennett. But, like, you know, it's hard to maintain, as they say. So you kind of want to play him like Hydro, but, like, if I ever need to, like, actually lock in, I do give him Mawika's weapon. I know, right? And, like, the thing is, this weapon is so good, people rolled for the weapon and not Varka, because Varka is, like, not the best DPS of all time. Also, hi. Like, Varka, compared to everyone else in Luna, is objectively not, like, shattering the game DPS. But he's still good. Like, there are bosses that kind of depend on him being there. Like the mushroom in Onslaught that I think I had on screen for like a half second. And I used him for that. And I don't think we would have beat him without Varka. It just would have been a lot easier if I had the signature weapon, and he'd be a lot more comfortably playable if I had the signature weapon. He's still usable without it, but he's just worse. Like, more than usual.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened.
Because I barely
Sounds
have
like
signature
you guys have really been
weapons,
through it.
but this is like the signature weapon of
the Kutar
all
is
time.
actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah,
Need
Varka's
some
great.
time to
Varka's a
wrap my
great
head around
character.
it
He's
all.
really fun to play. People just actually, like, shit on him because he's not doing 20 million damage per, like, breath. And it pisses me off.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't
Forgot
predict
about
which way
that.
the wind will blow next.
Let me think of how to do it in
And to be
Metroid
perfectly
terms.
honest,
Gotcha.
I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
It does.
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rarier is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
The problem about my memory and how long I've been playing Genshin and how much of the story I've had to process is that I've forgotten a lot of it. Especially the, like, crucial lore stuff from the Dainsleif quests. So there's just a lot of stuff that, like, they talk about that I kind of forget, that I hope I remember, that I kind of just don't.
That said,
So I
while
kind of
know
just,
I
like,
was
smile and
explaining
nod
everything
half
just
the
now,
time. I'm just like, yeah,
some
this
of the
is
points
cool.
that
I
Mr.
like
Flynn
this.
said had caught my attention.
You mean
And then I have
about
to
our
have someone
mystery
explain it to me
ally?
later.
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarier. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter.
I could
To
be
my
him.
knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rarier in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
I'm gonna get Nodcry Resonance. Which doesn't make sense because Nodcry isn't a true nation and it doesn't have an element.
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost
Let's go to the
was
moon.
the brightest.
Just throw it
And
into
the
him.
Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself.
I mean, yeah, anyone can kick him. Once.
I now bear the Frost Moon's power.
If you can get close enough.
And the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
But, like, I'm really good at healing mid-combat, and I think I have a decent enough DPS. I could take him in a fight.
Hold on.
Let me throw my
Are
freeze
you
team at him.
suggesting-
The iridescent moon. The last piece in the puzzle.
As long as he isn't true Wild Hunt, because Flynn's would probably get, like, 2-tapped by him.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
See, you're fast. I'm good at iframes.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets
I have to, like,
beyond our understanding.
I basically, like, I was already good at dodging in this game, but I basically, like, triple taught myself how to do iframes perfect on, like, almost every boss. Because of the lack of endurance Flynn's and Varka have.
According to my analysis,
Both of them have
the
healers
solution
on
is
their
feasible.
teams,
However,
but they're not
it is
consistent
subject
enough.
to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit
Well,
the Fatui's
let's isekai
experimental
you and we'll
design
find
bureau.
out.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next
Dude,
up, our second priority.
Next time I'm there,
Somehow,
tell Peach
we
to
need
bring
to
his
figure out
lightsabers.
Warrior's
We're
end goal.
swearing the fuck up.
As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari.
Maybe this time I won't, like, lose all feeling in my hands and go, like, numb.
The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry
True
for
story.
centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start?
I need to actually learn
I
how to
doubt
fight,
even
like,
the
for
Intel
real.
Queen of Notcry has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty
Oh, hi, Nefer.
conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah! She hurt me!
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush,
I wonder
I've
how
been
old
racking my
Barca is.
brains trying to come up with a plan to fight
Surely he's
Warrior.
not, like,
Given the
over
severity
40.
of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Notcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Well, see, that's the smart thing to do. And I am not.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern
I
Intelligence
swear
Network.
that shot was
If
necessary.
it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss.
Well, yeah, because you're an idiot and you stood in front of the fucking beam. You should have known that your arrow couldn't have beaten it. Take one step to the right after firing, man, and you are all good.
If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. Ineffa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nogcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
Not cry. Whoa! Unique loading screen! The way she walks pisses me off.
Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the
Bye-bye.
Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau?
Enjoy college, and thank you for stopping by. Yeah, actually, I try to ignore it. I hate how she walks. Why does she have the water bubbles?
We've been doing our best
swear
to
to
mind
God.
our own business lately.
God forbid there's
But
a
if you're just gonna
flat-footed
waltz
character in
up
this
here
game.
like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh! You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Sandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
But
Oh, hi, Sandrone.
Are you going to make me repeat that?
no, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon.
Marionette seems lost in thought, but she doesn't look surprised. She must know more than she was letting on. I don't understand what Arlecchino has to do with the iridescent moon's marrow, but at this point, I have no choice but to go along with Columbina's plan.
Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Oh.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment.
Or was she genuinely trying to introduce Columbina to new flavors? Maybe all that coldness is an act, and they actually get along. Is she a tsundere?
Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea.
will suffice. Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Oh.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I'll walk away for like 3 seconds, hang on.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing
Goddamn
more,
thermoseconds.
nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
She says that, but she's the one who just caved in and agreed to help Columbina.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
See for yourselves.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapons system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the 2nd floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back.
She's such a tsundere.
Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you.
Peak character.
Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities.
Oh my god.
My beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Oh, I'm playing. Is this like the fucking... It's PVZ? Dude, this would be so much easier if I was using keyboard and mouse, not controller. Be shooting towards the ground, probably. Oh my god, the upwards recoil is making me sick. I hate it. It looks so weird. I think shooting towards the ground is optimal. Because I get the AoE explosion and knock them all back. Consistently. I hate the way it shoots upwards. This is actually making me ill. Oh, sniper, hell yeah.
That's it. Keep them pinned down. Don't let them get near.
Now see, sniping is what I live for. I can't do headshots, they don't have heads. Really over here trying to do headshots when they don't even have heads. That's so stupid. Sensitivity is a little low for my liking when I'm playing sniper, but it's fine. Actually never tested if I can move. No, I can't. Oh, okay, back to a Gatling gun. Fine. Oh, that's a dead friend.
Whatever. This is where the real fun begins.
Anakin? I'm taking down the miniatures first. These were mid-trails and the bigger ones were lower trails, right?
Once this is over, I'll put you all back together again. I promise.
This one might be a scripted loss. Yeah. I just took that much damage out of my way. Oh, hey.
Huh? Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
Send Polonia at him.
Polonia, get him!
Okay, wait. Okay, so if they killed all the little robots, can I pick up the enemy drops by chance? They had like a bunch of those enemy drops. I need them for like every non-prey character.
She's not here.
Where oh, he's only here for Columbina.
Hey! Over here, you big...
Cursed moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
Polonia's gotten upgrades, but he's gotten probably like 50% stronger. What?
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moon Scions.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yehoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner the better.
Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Quit grabbing me. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's
What?
the rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
I don't want to do this shit anymore.
I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
She has a full legal name? What?
It's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Notcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. Huh, what can I say? The great Lord Sangamabe is nothing if not generous.
I hate you.
So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Me.
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Notcry in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver platter?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1 million mora.
Because
Deal?
there's audio, and I can
Deal.
quick type without looking, and read and listen simultaneously. Unfortunately, I'm following this part very well.
What a way to start the day.
I hate this character on
Now,
screen right
is
now.
there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Being that's a child.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened.
Oh, shit.
And don't make a sound.
Okay, I actually need to, like, actually give you the context, probably. Sometimes when people go live, just, like, as a joke, they'll do, like, on their going live notification, insert username of streamer has gifted you a tier 1 gifted sub as, like, a clickbait to make you click on the going live notification. And because I like to follow the meta of the algorithm, but also break it at the same time because I fucking hate it, I like to do shit like that and, like, tweak it ever so slightly. So for the first half, it looks like it. And then you see the words chicken nugget. And it's like, wait, that's not it at all. So it would technically, following Twitch, only go up to tier 3 chicken nugget. But tier 5 would go crazy. If you're laying down the ground list for everyone,
Then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past.
Ooh, domain.
I made it.
Is that, like, a gnosis?
I don't recognize this style
For
of
now,
architecture.
Genshin streams are
Must
usually
be
pretty dead,
Conrian.
which I don't mind
Simple
because I'm
furnishings,
trying to focus on the
table
story
and
anyways.
chairs.
But conversation
It's
here and
a
there is
more
nice.
ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Zulnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings.
This is Samaru.
Unless this passed for luxury in Conria.
No, this is still Nodcry.
Hmm.
Wait, this is Conria?
It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Son of a bitch! Bro, I'm just in Conria right now. Can I go explore? I'm inside a ruin, inside a ruin. Would I rather... Would I rather or... What? The fuck are you talking about?
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop.
While I think
I've
about
heard
that, I'll
good
ask
things
you a
about their
question.
menu.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no games? Or games? Unlimited games, but no games.
I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought
Because I
some
have.
goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
Roommate? Lover? Oh, let's go read the man's diary. Fuck yeah. I'd rather or you would, I think.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a
No,
fine
it's the weird
collection,
crossbreed
but I went alone.
called
Felindis was tied up with something
heterosexuality.
and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't
know,
really
right?
have an answer. He then went on
know,
to ask
right?
about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good.
Mm-hmm, totes.
But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports
you say
keep
rear?
falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Why does everyone say it differently?
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of
Rerir,
the new type of mushroom
Rerir,
everyone's been into lately. Didn't
Rerir.
it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Most of what's written in the diary are mundane details of everyday life. It's clear that the offer was an ordinary Conrian, or at least that they were passing themselves off as one. The author's handwriting doesn't reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering
What you
his
gulping
tracks.
about?
Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard.
Near the end of the diary, you notice a page with a shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. For now, its contents remain a mystery.
Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Now she says Rerir. I swear to God. But pen marks like these leave a trace. With something like charcoal to add some color, you need to find just the right angle. When Nefer looks around, she... Journal on the table narrate. I just realized the journal on the table is narrating. When Nefer looks around, she sees a fine charcoal pencil on the desk. Before long, she has restored the missing words. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rougher, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state.
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled.
I'm fucking tired.
It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Reverie, over here.
Ah! Ah!
Dane! Oh, and, Vedaflin here?
Wait, he actually ain't that bad looking when he was still alive. And yeah, he does have the Conrian eyes. I thought so, but I wanted to not believe it because I felt too cheap. Okay, I want to know more about the sinners then.
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me
Where's
so
Dane?
formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court
Which
prophet
one
deserves
guy?
a break every now and then, right?
Well, I'm flattered.
Oh, gotcha.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a
Was
few
that the one he was
drinks.
mentioning earlier?
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say
What
you were
was
about to pop
Dainsleif's
the big
profession
question?
again?
How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married.
Dude, hand to Dainsleif. I want to see him younger. I beg.
If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed?
Rebels.
It's nothing.
Vedaflin, Dainsleif's elder brother.
Vedaflin is Dainsleif's elder
Renowned throughout the
brother.
court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite
No,
the
that's
gulf between us,
that's
he seems
just
to have
on
something
the
to say
desk,
about me.
and they're like, I'm imagining they're on two thrones behind the desk that they're not panning to.
Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly?
Never fucking mind. Where the
Was
hell
it
are?
really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else.
He's not the
As
drink, I'll tell you
frightening
that
as
much.
This monster is in the present.
I've already
There's something
seen
even more
characters in the past
unsettling about
be like
seeing
a
the
cup of
human he
tea,
used to be.
but that was like very situational. Oh, wait, I want to go. No, I want to go see young Dainsleif. I get to use my attacks? They did not expect me to come this far, did they?
No more lies.
What is their build for her? God damn! How do you fit that much EM into, what the, oh, she's also C3. But still, god damn, how do you fit that much EM? What the fuck are you talking about, Bean? Ooh, mirror. Oh god, what the fuck? Woman. No, I know what you're talking about, but what the fuck are you talking about?
You're back early.
Tholindis
Our
is...
equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedifenir showed up today too.
Shut up.
You know, Daneslif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifenir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
Bruno?
He overheard Daneslif mention that I'd recently proposed and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier.
That's a good question. Ooh. Now that's where the wonder comes in. Can he see into the future and only keeps it niche like that? Or can he actually manifest things? I feel like it's the former. Like, I feel like he's just Bruno, but
Why would the
Genshin...
Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
That's the weirdest fucking way to say no to getting married. I bet, I swear to God, she's gonna, like, die tomorrow.
Alright. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever.
It's always the female characters, I swear. Didn't they make an entire, like, name for the trope? Wasn't it, like, Phrygian or something?
People like Vedifenir and Daneslif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly?
Like if a character is fridged?
Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it.
Wait, that has something to do with
illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace?
Oh, come on, you can use a better weapon than a dagger, buddy. I mean, you're talking about swords, then you bring out a dagger.
Tholindis, It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together. cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
God, the foreshadowing is
You just
not
need to stay
like
positive,
well
Revere.
hidden here, is it?
I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me.
Fuck you.
That's better. Getting
I
caught
don't
up
I don't
about
care
things like
about this
You go
romance. I
ahead.
want to watch her die.
I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy
It happens
bunny.
like every Tuesday. Mirrors are great like
Relax.
that.
I'll be there.
Have you ever? Okay.
Seriously though, you drive a hard bargain.
Have you ever played rock
You're
paper
really gonna
scissors
leave
with your
my
reflection?
proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a
Okay.
time, all right?
Why? Are you afraid that you would lose?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an
Genuinely?
ordinary member of the Finster King's
Like
Guard.
for real, I am
He
too.
clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
This is tripping me. I love how lazily animated it is. Like the way he snaps to a default position when he stops walking. What happens when I do an idle animation? They turn off idle animations? Oh well.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to
See, that's
you,
proper
Ray Hero
countering
Solnari.
closing.
In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
I just had a genuine reaction. I'm not a femboy!
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon
You're
should be
implying
overcome by
it.
the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Vinster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to
Because you
romanticize the
do?
past.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you
So
tell
basically,
someone
I've
you're
been
one of the
lying to
king's
you.
hand-picked executioners?
It's that simple.
That your hands are steeped in blood.
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Rayhir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself, too. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But
why you doing
that's
it, bitch?
exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing
That
of the
trope usually
past.
never works out.
Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
You will not protect Thelindis.
Rarier seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction.
I see that clip, by
Vedalfnir
the
and
way.
Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here.
See, you get
Should
it.
I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this
Shao?
black smoke?
It's not Shao, but imagine if it was Shao.
So, he's late after all.
That's a vision.
Just you wait, Rarier. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Based.
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
Who let the 10-year-old have game?
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes.
Oh,
You'll see I'm not lying.
you're a Crimson Moon.
May we have a word in private?
Oh, she's gonna
Who are
get taken
you?
out back.
And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of her kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Rayhir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds.
Oh.
We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Oh, this is how she finds out. Oh. Oh. This is how she finds out about its secret life.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. It's time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his
Walking
true
in the right
identity.
place. Shut up.
His name is Rarier, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're
How do
set
you
to
know?
marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple.
D-I-V-O-R-C-E.
It's because...
How strange. Rarier was nowhere
Never
to
shut
be
up.
seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to Thelindis. Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
Oh, I just realized the little Dory thing that she's wearing.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rurir's
You guys were there?
fragment to spy directly on his memories?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now.
I just got the most terrifying DM of all time. Hi, Sour.
Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing
How's it
okay
going,
too.
boss?
Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind
It's
to
a
lend
friend
a
of
hand,
mine
but
that
feel free to head back
messaged
and meet up
me.
with the others.
I quote, "I don't think the ceremony will last much longer." You know, the thing they were just talking about. So because he doesn't have Twitch, he's DMing me on Discord. He's planting some flowers? Hell yeah. I'm doing alright, I think.
They might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area.
I mean, I woke up, played Uma Musume, went live. So, like, nothing out of ordinary.
Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight
I think
back
I
to
did
Rare.
31 in the
Once he
career,
knows we're
and
here, it won't be long before he's
127.
breathing down our necks again.
It was a very good run.
Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it.
Oh my god, Paimon's gonna shut up? Impossible.
Quick, hide! We almost got spotted.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to...
Phew, that was a close call.
Can I climb? I can. Good. Wait, do I have stamina? I do, okay. But I can't drop.
Watch out! They're coming this way!
This is still Hisi Island? Ow. Oh, wait, this is because, he, like, blew it up or some shit with Wild Hunt activity.
Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final
Yeah, he
hurdle.
totally can't see me right now.
Oh, there's no end to these things.
Dude, aren't I with Columbina? Let me just, like, change my element to Dendro real quick and we'll disintegrate them. Oh, there's some behind the rock as well. We're kind of surrounded.
Fire.
Fire?
That is my element.
Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
What do you mean, oh no? They look like they're dying. Oh hey, he made a Twitch account. Oh! Arle!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina.
Hey.
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power.
Also,
Freedom
notice
comes
how
at a
she
heavy
has the
price,
same red
doesn't
X eyes as that kid in the flashback.
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Happy name, you know. You can call me by name. We're very well acquainted. So rude.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari.
Got
Whatever.
him.
I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
Who's that voice?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
I also recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Santorone. Father sent us over to help.
The gay!
How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this.
Where'd Lynette
you
go?
do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines.
God, she's so cool. It's so funny seeing a Twitch account made 2 minutes ago and not having the, like, immediate instinct to ban it.
Nearly
Anyways, I
every
gotta
machine
watch
that
you guys
Catgirl
fight it
touches
out.
ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
No, don't fire me, please. I'm not gonna ban you. I'm just saying, okay. I've seen so many accounts in the past that drop into the chat, like, yo, either, like, free viewers at this totally scam URL, or one of my favorite scams is, like, a copy-paste of, yo, me and the boys love your stream, add me on Discord. That's a real copy-paste that shows up in Twitch chats, and it's so fucking funny. And instinctively, I just... There's a chest over there. Instinctively, I ban them. Because, like, I don't want the bot to come back and keep pasting it. It's annoying. That's way fine.
Not too far now. Observe. Be silent.
I cannot touch water now. If I touch water, I think I'm dead.
Fear the dark.
Fuck. I lived!
Farewell. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Holy iframe. Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask?
Man, I want chicken now. I swear, if I had a nickel for every time I've talked about a different type of chicken today, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. First time was Bean asking why my going live notification was about chicken nuggets. Second time is now. Yes. Destroyed house. What the? What? How? Very spacious. Like an Animal Crossing house.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
One Piece!
Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Nefa to set up the decoys and buy some time.
You'll get it.
As for Miss Nefer...
There you
Boss
go.
is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it.
Oh my god, speaking of spacious, dude, I built this house in Pokopia, and it's like very small on the exterior. And then you go inside and it's like 4 times the size. Like, the funniest part is that it looks like an Animal Crossing house too, and it's just as big as an Animal Crossing house on the inside.
But first, who do we have here?
Hi, Arle.
You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party
Cyborg is
companion
in
of
my
Columbina's.
DMs. Hello.
You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino
I don't
I know
think
is
you
the
know the
fourth of the
cyborg
Fatui Harbingers.
that I'm talking about.
So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man
Where's my
from
power
Mondstadt
level?
living all the way out here in Nordkrai,
over 9,000.
and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't
But yeah,
just
Sour
start
and I do have a
trusting
friend
Fatui
whose name is
Harbingers,
Cyborg.
even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nordkrai belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say
Bye,
there's
Sour.
nothing in it for me at all.
Thanks for
But
stopping
that's
by.
between Columbina and myself.
Also, by the way, if you press a little purple if you press a little purple follow button, it'll make a funny little thing happen.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui
Our
really
patch speed is
have been the
crazy.
source of many
I might start
of our
calling him that.
troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nordkrai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
You're contractually
She
locked
says she'll be
in
frank,
now. You can't
then
leave me.
completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it.
Does her vision
She's the fourth
change
of the
into
Fatui
a
Harbingers after all.
delusion when she
One
goes to
look,
her
and you can tell
lock-in
she's
mode?
not someone you'd want to mess with.
I actually never noticed that.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
I'll do it.
To my knowledge, those were the names of 2 different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
I mean, I don't need you
long
or
after
anything
the
because,
Crimson Moon
you know,
dynasty
my favorite
had
VTuber
fallen,
followed me
the
back.
last
So
ruler of the Eclipse
I've
dynasty,
just won
the Vinster
at this
King,
whole Twitch thing, but
still
don't do
coveted
it.
the secrets it left behind. So he sent the Rayhir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Thalindus.
Hi, Butter. I'm dead, man. That name goes so fucking hard. Well, your name isn't any different. I can name on one finger the amount of people I know who would have made a Twitch account, again, 2 minutes ago, who's named Butter.
Verfnir, Rheindotter, Flinders, Flinders.
Interesting.
What is going on
Anything
today,
else?
man? 2 of my
What
friends
about
have
this
made
would-be
Twitch
fiancé
accounts
of
2
his?
minutes ago
Do we know
to
anything
talk in
about
my
her?
chat. Hey, by the way, do you see that purple follow button? You actually get butter if you press it.
Well, she was a researcher at the
Yeah!
Magistorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Thalindus's memories, though only a very small portion.
You're officially
Well, no
cooler than my
shortage of
boss
potential
now
leads,
because
I'll give
you
you
pressed
that.
follow and he didn't.
In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thalindus was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite
Bean,
normal.
fuck off!
Thalindus, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian...
She's a hilly churl!
Oh, yeah. Just like how it was with the
captain. Okay, gotcha.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that.
We don't even know where to start looking
that
for her.
merchant who never knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
Sour or butter?
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino.
'Cause Sour didn't
will
even
go look for
follow.
the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others,
Which, let me clarify. I'm saying this as a joke. I'm not actually holding anything against him. He's a good friend. But man, fuck that guy.
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar.
It's genuinely hilarious to me that Sour made an account 10 minutes ago, and then Butter made an account 5 minutes ago, which are completely different, unrelated scenarios.
At
I
this
can only
rate,
imagine.
The people living here will be in grave danger too.
It was just
So I'm
coincidentally
thinking
like
of
right
gathering
one after
together some
another.
of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own
That's
operations
so real,
too.
man.
If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's.
Let's see.
I'll hold the
what
fort
day?
for now.
Thursday?
Then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
Butter, do you want to play Aincrad?
We'd better get moving too.
We gotta
we'll
get
try to buy you
leveled
as
up
much
a little
time as we
bit.
can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
Alright, make sure your headset's charged, I guess. I'll end stream when I finish Act 3. And I don't know how long that'll be. Hey, Flins.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told
Love
us
that she
about
sticks
how
with
when
the
you
name,
went
it's
to
so
investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his
Yo,
full
what
strength.
the fuck is Jerry?
In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than
both of you,
decoys.
the coolest thing
But for
ever.
now, you should stay here and get some rest. And and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Wait, what happened to Varka?
Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Oh my god, we're still jumping. Jerry? Who wouldn't make an app and name it Jerry? What's in my image? Oh, I opened a luxurious chest. That's what it was. That's right. I never opened these. Trash. 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 Yeah, exactly. You have no room to judge. Do I have anything I can drop? No. I would like to add, by the way, this is from a quest that I never actually opened. This is from a quest that I never actually opened. This is from a quest that I never actually opened. This is from a quest that I won't open. I don't even know what it does. This is from, like, one of the first quests in the game, and I never used it. I have duplicates of these, which are a world collectible by accident. What else do I have that's like... You were supposed to use this and redeem it for one of these disgusting, disgusting, hideous outfits. But I refuse to. Spin crystals don't really count, I think. Because I don't think you can get rid of them when you register them into Teapot. And then all of these ones with the weird shapes here are things you can use to rename different characters. But yeah, no, I've like accidentally just hoarded items that I should never even have. Just because it was funny. I was gonna say, this isn't the normal map. I am using my own team though, so that's nice.
Here, this will serve as a good
Not
spot to
again!
pass over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flames.
Huh?
Oh god.
Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
That wasn't obvious?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it.
Her weapon's name is Crimson. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
but
sure.
The more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire.
So I actually did talk about this with Dotori when we made the model.
From the inside out.
I like to imagine that when I play games on this controller, I'm always holding my controller in claw grip. Like a tight fucking claw grip. And like, okay, 2 reasons. 1, I didn't want to tell the artist, I want you to redraw this with 4 fingers on the back because I'm not a monster. And 2, there are a handful of games I do actually play in claw grip, and I thought it was really funny, so I just left it running. Who needs 5 fingers anyways?
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse.
Oh, I thought she was a
But
hilly
once I
troll.
became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations
Let me show you what I mean by claw
over
grip.
the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
The second image I showed you, believe it or not, is a genuine real strategy for Breath of the Wild. Because you want to, like, hold down on the D-pad and be, like, holding upwards on the joystick to, while mashing B, I think, to have infinite stamina.
If I recall correctly,
And then
you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Of course, obviously that makes sense. And the first image is genuinely, I'm not even joking, how I play 1, Genshin when I'm farming items, 2, Pokopia, because of, like, the amount of buttons I need to press while moving around farming shit.
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far.
So I do genuinely claw grip, like,
it's
all the time.
It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question!
Fire!
The crimson moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right?
You're an
Which was one of
You're
the
an
three
asshole.
moon sisters.
You're an asshole. I have to open Opera now. Goodbye, fire. Alright, I'm running a 30-second, I guess. Welcome back.
Does that mean that the Karians were to the crimson moon as the frost moon scions are to the frost moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are, so with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Innamorato.
How many attempts did that voice line take to record?
You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And
for real?
What kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
Pineapple pizza.
There's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds.
Isn't that
In
like
other
her
words,
like title?
The flames
Hi,
that
Bane.
burn within me.
Thanks for
Those
stopping
burned
by.
away by such flames leave behind a kind of
Oh shit, it's her.
ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way.
Oh, god damn it. Ah, fuck it. I made it worse. Oh, wait, I actually did it. Oh, yeah. Maybe? Yeah, I did it. Perfectly.
Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
What the fuck?
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it.
I sense
So
a
she can just
sinister
do
gloom
that.
inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
Ah, they thought of everything. I wanted to use my camera so badly. This isn't how stairs work. Can I jump off? Nice. And there's no grabbable wall. Okay, so it is just a lazy ramp. Projected over stairs. Got it. This is fucking... Ow! This is fucking sick.
I sense your presence and craving death and rebirth. Wait, why are you
that the abyss?
Oh, this is
It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon, was this truly what you wished for?
Careful. There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Paimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
Yeah, but it'd be funny if I did. Also, what the fuck is this?
By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Ooh, chest.
Close your eyes. Observe.
No drops. Lame.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way
For
too high.
real?
There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
Why is Paimon turning into
I'm
Ryuji?
not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
Oh man, I have to fight Haley Charles?
Ooh. Looks like a device from the time of Kanria. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here? Oh yeah! So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more?
If I go out of order and go to that one.
Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Farewell.
Don't make me play the game. Fine.
Be free.
Close your eyes. Beware the creatures.
That's
of the
not
night.
what I meant to do. Thank you, person I've totally never met. As someone who's never, I think, played Genshin, what do you think of this so far?
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If
yes.
it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
You have played? Interesting. This I did not know. Fuck you, I was behind the rock.
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria,
Butter, what the fuck?
the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness.
I mean, okay. Thank you for the gifted tier 1. Incredibly generous. But what the fuck? Why would you do that?
If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal!
Why would you do that?
Melindis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think
You
maybe
could've
it's hidden in the moon's
bought
reflection?
so much more with that
It
money.
must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
Can't wait for Peas to see that, and then see the username that gifted him. I mean, again, thank you, but like,
Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow. That must be the iridescent moon's
Oh my.
marrow. Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
And this is where big brain time comes in. This is why you play bow characters, chat. Because then you can cheese the game. Oh no, I hit the... Fuck, I hit the Rip Hound. I'm fucked. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, I'm in a cutscene. No, 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 no. Oh, we're good.
We finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying flame.
You think you'd ever play
Yet
Genshin
now
again?
contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
It's so cold.
TTS is through 300 channel points, I believe.
Huh? Are you talking to us?
I don't know if I have Dono TTS because I don't really care for donos.
Once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry.
I could turn on Dono
I lied
TTS,
to you.
but
Even
like I
knowing
don't
what
want
was
it.
to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart.
Hi.
As death drew
Hello.
near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in. But I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this
what I want to
torment,
say.
more painful than death. You
That
look
was so
so
fucking
puzzled.
life-changing, motivating.
That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
Yeah, I
What was
turned
that all
on
about?
Bit's cheering
Was
message.
that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, it sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps
Oh my god, you did it on
she
mobile?
took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right?
buddy.
Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go! That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon,
Huh?
oh lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
What the fuck? How did you just do that?
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
God, I wish I could kill Rip Hounds like that. Oh, the impact frames. Hello.
Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back!
gonna say.
Witness my ride.
Did they just fucking copy paste her a battle fucking dialogue? That's so funny. Like, those are just her combat voice lines. Anyways, I know it's too late now to say this, Butter, but when you gift on mobile, there is actually like an extra couple dollar tax that the fucking App Store takes. And there is a way to get around it, I just don't remember how.
Is that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh,
Dude, she's alive. She's
sorry,
fine.
Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned, at least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
W.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrear like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take it.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I
Just
won't
play the
have
game
to
with your
stay
eyes
hidden
open,
like
and
before.
it's all fine.
I want to see him gone from Notcry. The Ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality, just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow
Why the fuck
stronger.
is my eye tweaking out
But
so
whatever
much?
you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rerier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina, they're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerier, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
That's it, huh? I thought this would be a little bit of a shorter chapter, but it was about 3 hours on the dot.
Close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Alright. Act 4, next week. Right now, I get my free wish. Ha ha ha. Nope, wrong button. Ew! Ew! Free wish. Alright. I think... Let's see. I don't think I have anything to do in-game. Dude, this part of the story has been crazy so far. It's very dialogue-centered so far, aside from, like, the actual locking in, which most of the chapters are anyways. But I think it's really cool. Because there's a lot of lore. Like, true, genuine, insane lore this time around. Since it's revolving around the 3 moons. I'm not the biggest lore guy, because I don't remember most of it. But it's very, very fucking sick. Fuck. No, I fell off the mountain. No. Anyways, since it's just you, I believe, I don't think a raid is worth it today. So I'm okay just calling it here. I'm gonna go to somewhere a little prettier first before I end it. Where's like a really good pretty spot? An actually pretty spot, not an edgy cool spot. Yeah, we can go here. Farthest you got was Dvalin. So you basically finished Mondstadt. That's pretty good. Yeah, the combat of this game is great. Especially when you get, like, super, like, locked in and get your, like, frame-perfect iframe dodges during your fights. Pummel them, shred them. Feels good. Anyways. I don't really think I have much to say for ending, aside from... Thank you for stopping by today, as always. Butter, thank you for the gifted sub. Incredibly generous. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to stream on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday's more likely than Saturday for sure, but I might be late on Sunday, which means unfortunately I might not be able to speedrun this week, which means I will have more time to practice DK off camera, because I do need to practice DK off camera now. And I actually need to like force myself to get back into the flow of get to work as well. And then hopefully I can stream Persona on Sunday night. Either way, no raid today. I'm just gonna say peace. I'll be on Discord if anyone wants to talk. Butter, I'm gonna do a few things real quick, then I'll DM you if you're still down to play Aincrad. Aside from that, bye-bye.